Let's go.
A well-fancied Leeds side stepped into the light show tonight in good form. Leeds top the table for shots on target and lie second in the table for touches in the opposition box. But in Sunderland, they have come up against a team yet to concede at home. Leeds, however, have only conceded their first goal on the road midweek to Norwich. Leeds also have the lowest XG against in the division. But one area that Sunderland do have an advantage is that the Black Cats are much more clinical in front of goal, and perhaps the only difference in these teams is that Leeds have missed more big chances than Sunderland. So, two of the league's best defences and two of the most lethal attacks met tonight, and something had to give. Thank you very much to those who hit the super thanks button last time to support me: Alex Wo5me, Bernard Breslau, Charles Marshall, Chris Bartley, Chris Gibbon, Damien Boyle, Freckletooth, Gareth Barker, Garen Dury, Joe Lee, Kevin Ball, Chris Mezza, Lons, Nemo, No Gammon, Stephen Troop, T-Mac and Tom Hales. I love you all. Thank you very much.
I'm sure he's ready and ready to go.
Regis Lebris then kept faith with the same team that started the last two games, despite this being the third game in 6 days. Wildcard forward signing Aaron Connolly made the bench though. Sunderland's plan tonight involved keeping things very tight at the back and secure, and targeting what Lebris believed were the weak points in Meslier's game in the opposition goal. Having guided him through the youth ranks at Lorient, perhaps he knew. Lebris also tried to attack from the front in the final third. So how did Sunderland do? Well, right from the kickoff, it was clear they were wary of Leeds' attacking qualities. Sunderland adopted a low block when Leeds pressed the halfway line, with Dan Neil dropping into the back line. It was effectively inviting Leeds onto us. And, as in previous games, we packed the centre and ignored the wide wingers. In possession, Sunderland looked confident and kicked the ball around Leeds' press well, and patiently looked for an opening. The players are increasingly comfortable with switching roles, so that we see Roberts stay inside after his run here.
Away from Ramazani, it'll be picked up here by Hume as Sunderland looks.
When Ramazani's back is turned, Rigg drifts upfield wide into Roberts' place.
Tuesday night in the Hawthorns, there were two teams who really...
And Junior Firpo at left-back is unsure should he follow Rigg entirely or guard Roberts in front of him. And the indecision almost costs him, as Hume finds a delicious ball through to Rigg on the right wing. Firpo is all over the place and Roberts finds Job unmarked 15 yards out.
Oh, plenty of room for Bellingham. And he would love to have that one again.
But he's beaten by the bounce and puts it over the bar.
Towards him. And you could see him almost really concentrate, but that's the first time either of these teams have really cut one or the other open. Roberts picks him out and it's bouncing look, makes it all...
Minutes later, we are again set up to close off the centre and are largely ignoring Bogle on the wing here. Sirkin instead attacks Gnonto as he receives the ball, and the midfield of Job and Neil pounce on it, easily playing out of the press.
Here's Sirkin.
The ball gets sprayed wide this time, and it's Hume and Rigg swapping positions.
Roberts.
But it's Dan Neil's late arrival here that makes the overload as he receives the ball. There's still a lot of work to do, but Hume shows great awareness to play the dummy here, stepping over, and Roberts gives him the return. And this is classic stuff to score.
Pull it back, and Sirkin is there, and finally in! And it's that young man again, with another memorable moment. Chris Rigg following up to lift the roof off the Stadium of Light.
From Hume's position, there are a lot of options. Isidore correctly steps back so he can attack the front post. If he connects, it's very hard to defend against. If he doesn't, he has just made space for Rigg behind him. As it happens, it travels all the way through to Sirkin, and the excellent Meslier saves, only for Rigg to be on hand for the rebound.
Almost feel sorry for the keeper. Nothing he can do. But Chris Rigg is trying to get on the end of the cross, gets himself up, and gets on the end of the rebound. What a start these home team have made.
There has been some question of whether Sirkin actually scores first here, but all referees have an alert watch that tells them instantly if the ball has crossed the line, and he never once looks at it. So there's your answer, Dennis. Dennis Sirkin raced up the wing moments later. The lad has such pace and some skills, mind. Keep him fit and he is a monster for us. The resulting caller revealed Sunderland's tactics for corners tonight. It is clear that Lebris considers Meslier to be weak under the high ball because Sunderland had 8 corners tonight and 6 of them went high into the back post, largely looking for Sirkin. Whilst it did appear to be true that Meslier prefers to be rooted to the line rather than claim the ball, this, for example, is a weak punch. The Leeds defence was really too good, and we never really got a sniff from this tactic all night.
Or will they? Gnonto looking at him. Running towards him again. This time Bogle does meet. Targets there, Roberts.
Sometimes the ball fell onto the edge of the box for a striker goal, but there was no luck to be had using this tactic. Sunderland also placed a lot of faith in winning the second ball today. For Leeds goal kicks, we set up with man-to-man marking on their centre-halves to challenge Leeds' desire to play out from the back and forcing Meslier to kick long. This had mixed results. Here we do win the second ball and get straight back into attack, but at other points we were poor at doing this. Here, when Sirkin intercepts the ball, Gnonto is on hand to pick it up and press play.
It's given away by 09.
It's clear that Regis was right to be cautious against this Leeds attack, and they were seeing a lot of the ball now. In general, though, there was no way through the centre for Leeds. Here, again, you can see Sunderland's shape out of possession. They largely ignore the wingers in an effort to close off the centre. Here the ball is played into the centre. The receiving player will get one touch at best before being swamped by Sunderland tacklers. But it just shows you the quality of Joel Piroe here in playing out of it.
Stay calm. Plenty of ability out there to turn this game around.
Quite the opening day drama against
Piroe again threatened with the smallest of margins. It takes every inch of Luke 09's concentration to keep him out here.
09 alert in the end.
Good move. It's also excellent defending from Luke 09.
Doing his best.
And Sunderland seemed unable to get their foot on the ball. When on the tackle or the block, the ball dropped for Leeds.
Fired through a forest of legs, Aronson. Across the face and no takers.
And 1 minute later, an interception falls kindly for Gnonto, who wastes no time in pinging it to the excellent Joel Piroe, who's already moving into space to give himself an easy header into the corner. And the score's a level.
The ball arrives at Gnonto quite fortuitous.
And you know, I'm not convinced he's offside here. In any case, the goal stood, so that's that.
For VAR, wouldn't it?
After this, Sunderland worked extremely hard to get back on top in the game, but there were too many low-chance balls played in chasing it, although Roberts does work hard to atone for his mistake here.
And then atoning.
And Leeds were now winning the second ball consistently.
Tonight.
Leeds. Firpo making an offer. Useful looking cross too. Sirkin has to deal with it. Gnonto's in there. Tanaka. Aronson in there. It's a real mess in the end.
Well, Aronson has
And
just...
where is Pato's shout? He should be taking that.
But I'm not sure what the foul was given for. If that's it, on Patterson, it's very soft.
It was only the idiocy of Brendan Aronson stealing the ball off Junior Firpo's toe that keeps the score level here.
Aronson takes it off him.
Every press was falling for Leeds now.
Right time. Tanaka for Leeds. Aronson. 09 to meet. Mundle's header. Rearguard action at the moment for Sunderland. Rothwell. Bogle. Ramazani!
And in desperation to get back into the driving seat, Sunderland began stretching play a little too haphazardly, forgetting how they had taken the lead. Now attacks simply meant solo sprinting, which results here in a dangerous Leeds counter.
One too many, and now Leeds are at them.
Bellingham's having to fill in that position up against Gnonto. Gnonto has done well, but it's beyond the far post.
And again, Roberts launches off on his own, playing it to an even more isolated Isidore.
Great burst from Trey Hume to...
And here again, off goes Mundle, ending up with no room to pass him.
Foot down on the gas there from Bellingham.
Joel Piroe did well.
It was only as we entered the last 10 minutes of the first half that the lads remembered how to build attacks as a team and create space and overloads.
By Son to shoot. Circuit across the face. Promise here for Sunderland. Roberts.
And here again, Job goes close.
Still finding pocket of space. Now Bellingham. Oh. Well, it fell into the could have gone anywhere category. It goes behind for a Sunderland corner.
And minutes later, just not quite getting the bend on this shot.
Bellingham will have another go.
Well, he's finding space and eventually...
Good play again saw Mundle with space to enter the box, but
Out to Mundle.
this is never a penalty.
On track, the referee.
penalties for that. May well have been shin on shin, but
And the half ended with Sunderland finding their game plan again and pushing Meslier into mistakes.
Into unnecessary spot of bother potentially here. It's Neil. Isidore's a country mile offside.
well, he should be relieved, Ilan Meslier, because that was the strangest clearance. He didn't even try and keep it in play. He just not sure what he was doing.
Just you wait, commentary team. Just you
His
wait.
chance with a terrific basis of what we've seen in the first 45.
We had let Leeds back into the game first half and then panicked when they equalised, playing more as individuals than a team. More control and more support upfield is what was needed if we were to push a very good Leeds team in the second half. But it was Leeds who came out pressing. An innocuous ball over the top caught Sirkin out and led to chaos.
Pieces. It's Bogle across the face after Sirkin's head. Gnonto.
Pato palming the ball onto the penalty spot to be fortunately cleared.
Patterson grateful there was a red and white stripe.
But from this point on, it was Sunderland that dictated play, hassling to win balls.
To back Aronson into a corner here.
Yeah, excellent.
And the tempo was being dictated by Job in the centre of the park.
Leading Daniel Farke's call in that instance. Neil.
Mundle was totally committed to the cause this evening, chasing everything.
And was fouled there.
Yes, you're right, Romain. The ref has got that wrong. It's not a foul.
He's gone by. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Dominate possession.
And on top of that, Gnonto handballs from the free kick. And Leeds go on to score. Totally against the run of play, Sunderland sucker punched again.
Here. And Junior Firpo again scores! Well, that's extraordinary.
However, despite taking the lead, the complexion of the game changed. They were content to sit on their lead and waste as much time as possible, with half an hour still to go in the game.
Well, it's been a really good opening for Sunderland.
And when they lost the ball, Leeds were now simply content to stuff five in the back line, sit back and try to shut us out.
Sirkin.
It was only when a Leeds counter was broken up that Sunderland got any sense of a real chance to equalise as a result.
Likewise.
Play being stretched here, and Job running the length of the field to drive the attack.
Less keen to commit with the lead.
Isidore again hitting the near post, but there's no one in behind when he doesn't get there.
Roberts and Strauch on the stretch. Oh, that's brilliant.
And there just seemed to be no way through for Sunderland.
Mundell. Rodon. Neil might strike it. It's Rodon again.
The chances continued to be made without any real shot on goal.
Ball and Meslier will come.
But surely a goal was coming.
Mundell's delivery. Trahune.
However, it just didn't seem to want to drop for us.
This is promising again. And Rodon again getting in the way of it. Collides with his own goal.
And so Meslier milked a knee to the head.
It's just a knee to the head, isn't it? Yeah.
And Regis switched on Brown for Rigg.
Meanwhile, for the young man who started it all.
Try and support Remain Mundell.
And so it continued. The corner plan, 8 of them this evening, having no reward for us.
Looking to pin Meslier in. It was Strauch who met it that time. Roberts to guide it back in.
And Meslier continued to waste as much time as possible.
Release it in the manner he wished to, but
wouldn't it be terrible if that sort of thing came back to bite you in the ass? Watson came on for Roberts with 7 minutes of regular time left.
Sunderland's most successful.
And the corners kept coming.
Mundell.
But Leeds' defence stood firm.
Oh, Meslier.
And they wasted more time. Wilson Isidore's hip seemingly dislocating Junior Firpo's jaw here.
He's getting stripped. Point of Wilson Isidore's hip has left its mark unwittingly.
With 6 minutes of added time, Sunderland had hope, but Leeds broke from a tackle.
Here's Schmidt. That could be a very useful ball indeed.
Aronson, however, fluffed it.
Aronson. And off Mepham.
This, though, was a rare attack, and the corner showed their real intentions. And then they tried to suck up more time with a substitute in the 92nd and 96th minute. But there was to be one last chance, with Mundell chopped down by Bogle, and only time added on for those Leeds subs remaining. Pato pumped it. Job was tallest, and Brown tried, I don't know what.
Wilson Isidore. Oh! What has he done? What has he done?
Incredible stuff. What a shame to see all that time wasting wasted. The keeper's thrown it in his own net. Dodgy pictures of a young Meslier in Reggie's lockbox? No, just the result of wicked spin from the head of Junior Firpo off Brown's ball in.
Brown helps it in. And what can you say?
Ron Jeremy looked like he'd been slapped in the face with a massive clock. How about that for wasting time, eh, fella? Regis was delighted, Brown was amused, and Sunderland remained top of the league for the international break.
Well, penny for Daniel Farke's thoughts.
Look, we may have gotten lucky, but we let Leeds back into this game. The stats are pretty even across the board, except that we had 8 corners to 1 and they made more fouls. Leeds are one of the top teams in the division. Can we beat them? On a good day, at our best, yes we can. So if we can stay in games like this, then we've got to be a good bet for the top 6. See you next time. Find out more about Alan Brown by clicking on the video top right now, or delve into Regis's tactics a little more with this pre-season game top left.